It was a bright sunny day. Here, a little girl woke up in the morning in her bed. She got down from her bed, took her mother's phone, and went outside to the garden. She was watering the plant when an idea, a quite weird one, struck her mind. She took her mobile phone and tried planting it in the soil. Her mother was surprised to see such a scene. She asked, "Why are you planting the mobile in the ground here?" Hia, with excitement, replied, "Mom, I am planting a mobile phone so that I can get a new mobile of my own, just like a fruit or flower we get from a plant." Her mother burst out laughing and said, "Hia, you can't grow a mobile phone like this." To which Hia replied, "But Mom, a plant can grow in soil, but why not a mobile?" Her mother said with a smile, "Hia, do you know the basic difference between a plant and a mobile?" Hia thought about it, but couldn't find an explanation. Hia's mother said, "You must know the plant is a living thing and the mobile is non-living." Hia's mother asked her, "Do you know the basic difference between them?" Hia replied with excitement, "No, Mom, please tell me. It sounds really interesting." Her mother said, "The living things are unique in a way that they can grow, move, breathe, take food, and even create another new organism." Her mother said, "You have seen that a garden plant grows from a seedling. They move towards the sunlight as well. Humans, animals, plants, insects, all are living and show these basic properties. But non-living things such as a chair, table, mobile, etc. cannot grow, move, eat, or reproduce." Her mother asked her, "Hia, do you want to know how the living organisms execute these processes for their daily living?" Hia replied, "Yes, please tell me in detail." I hope you are wondering about the same. So, hello and a warm welcome to Notebook. This story made it clear that we are going to talk about a very interesting chapter, life processes. To start with, I guess you have an idea by now that you can move, jump, eat, and do a lot of other activities to show that you are alive. In this video, we will try to find out the basic features of the living organism that helps to differentiate them from the non-living organism. We will also study some of the vital life processes that are needed for survival of the living organism. When we see a man or an animal is engaged in some activity like shouting, playing, running, walking, etc., we can say that they are alive. Plants are living beings too, as we can see them growing. They cannot move from one place to another, but the different plant parts like flower, leaf, stem, and root respond to sunlight, gravity, and water. Thus, the most important criteria to decide whether something is alive or not is movement. All living things are capable of movement without any external help. The body of living organisms is made up of organs that in turn is composed of tissues and cells. The cells are the small living units of the body. These cells in turn are made up of even smaller particles called molecules. There is movement inside our body as well, a constant molecular one, for the repair and maintenance of the different body structures. However, we cannot detect them, as the movement of the smaller molecules is not visible by the naked eyes. These maintenance functions of a living organism must go on even when they are not doing any particular task. For example, when we are sitting idle or sleeping or watching television. The processes which work together to keep a living organism alive and perform the functions for proper maintenance of the body are called life processes. These life processes include nutrition, transportation, respiration, and excretion. Now, let us discuss each in detail one by one, with emphasis on their roles in our bodies. One of the first things that come to our minds when we think about our body is eating healthy food. But why do we need food? Because food is simply a source of energy. Food provides energy for execution of all the life processes and supplies raw materials needed for our body to grow and to build muscles. Nutrition is a life process in which food is obtained by the organism and converted into simpler molecules, that is, nutrients, which can then be absorbed by the body. The essential nutrients for living organisms are carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin, mineral, and water. Since the basic components of living organisms are based on carbon molecules, most of the food sources are also carbon-based. The food that is digested within our body must be distributed to the different parts of the body so that each cell gets the proper nutrition. This is achieved by the process of transportation. Nutrients, oxygen, waste products, etc. are transported to different parts of the body by this process. The energy we get from the food must be released by certain chemical oxidation reduction reaction, so that it can be used for the various molecular movements needed for maintaining living structures. For this purpose, oxygen is needed from outside the body. Respiration is the life process of obtaining oxygen from outside the body and using it in the process of breakdown of food sources for cellular needs. During the process of energy production within the body, the cells produce certain byproducts that are useless for the cells of the body and could be harmful. These toxic waste products must be removed from the body. Excretion is the life process by which the living organism removed the toxic and waste material from their body. For unicellular organisms, the entire body surface remains in direct contact with the environment. Thus, there are no specific organs for them to taking in food, exchange of gases, or removal of wastes. The entire body gets involved in these activities. For multicellular organisms, the cells may not be in direct contact with the surrounding environment. Thus, simple diffusion, as in case of unicellular organism, will not meet all the requirements. Thus, specialized cells and organs are there to execute respective roles. If we summarize, we can say that nutrition helps us to get food. Transportation helps in distribution of different substances. Respiration helps to release food energy for utilization. And finally, excretion helps to remove the waste materials. Thus, the basic life processes go over and over again so that we can stay alive. Now friends, we have come to the end of this topic. Thank you for watching. Meet you again in our next video with the detailed concept of nutrition. Till then, happy learning, stay safe, goodbye.